if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine, Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the show. It's your favorite truck driver, ex-truck driver in the whole wide world, Bitcoin Ben. Hang on, let me fix my collar. This thing's annoying the shit out of me. Welcome to the show, guys and gals. Okay, today, I know I've actually talked about this before, and we are going to talk about a lot today because a lot's going on. Trump is at war with the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Reserve, the whole system, the whole global reserve system knows this is their end. This is when the game's over, and they know it. That's why Chairman Powell also kind of reminds me of Chairman Mao. That's why he actually put out the clip yesterday challenging Trump. Guys, this is a war for the control of the money. That's what this is. Because what is happening is the legislation that is in place, how Trump is allowing private companies and banks to issue their own stablecoin. What this is it removes the Federal Reserve out of money creation. Because remember, if you want to create your own coin that tracks the dollar, you have to own treasury bonds. In order to do that, everyone wants their own stable coin. Walmart wants their Wally coin. Amazon wants their Amazon coin. JP Morgan wants its JP Morgan coin. Everyone wants their own coin because they see the most profitable company per capita is Tether. Tether makes a shit ton of money. Let's put it this way. Tether made more money in the last quarter of last year than JP Morgan made all year. Let that sink in. JP Morgan is getting their ass handed to them by a company that has like 100 employees. And it's a money company. That was their gig. We're the banks. We're shareholders in the Federal Reserve. We're supposed to make all the money. not Tether, not some other digital representation of the US dollar. See, the Federal Reserve, just like the European Union, it's the same organization. The World Bank is linked and controls the Federal Reserve. The IMF linked with the Federal Reserve and all of the global banks. So it's all one group of elites who have had control of global banking since since probably fucking Napoleon. I mean, and I'm not joking when I say that. They've had complete control over the global banking system since Napoleon. Guys, that's a while ago. They have got used to and they have created a system where no matter what happens, they win. It's why the global bankers, they funded Hitler. The global bankers funded Russia. Global banks, they funded the U.S. military. They always win. Like I've said on this show many a times, is who wins every football game? The owners. It isn't the Rams, it isn't the Chiefs, it's the owners. The owners win every football game because they're the ones making the revenue off of it. And and the owners are just like a representation, because, all right, think of it like this. The Kansas City Fed is just like the Kansas City Chiefs. The New York Fed is just like the New York Giants. They have a different quarterback. We have Powell. They're all running plays. But the central banking organizations across the world, they all win because they set the rules. It's exactly the same model. Who chooses the regulations in football? The owners do. The owners choose the regulations, just like the owners of the global banking system choose the regulations through legislation and through entities like the Federal Reserve. I was watching an episode this morning of Wolf of All Streets. And one of the guests was saying how the Federal Reserve, when it was initially implemented, it was and also in 1951, it was supposed to actually be outside of politics. Outside of politics. You know, it wasn't supposed to be influenced through politics. Motherfuckers, it was implemented through politics. It was created through politics. Does anyone know anything else that was created through legislation, political legislation, that then was separate from politics? No. If the Federal Reserve creates, or if the government creates your entity, guess who runs you? The government. This is all an illusion. And we're just the suckers in the game. But we're reaching a point where the old system is crumbling because it was meant to crumble. It was designed to crumble. And an inflation rate will eventually lead to a inflation downfall, an inflation waterfall, because it's an accruing interest rate. And how it's structured, you create money with interest on it. So therefore, you have to always create more money, because as soon as you create it, there's interest on it. So you have to create the money to cover the interest. It's a system that was created to fail. But they thought, and when I say they, I mean the globalist and the global banking system and all of the progressive politicians, they created it thinking, and I'll just be blunt, that Hillary would win. That's it. That Hillary would win. And then they can roll out their war, and as they roll out the war and basically bring the whole globe into a world fucking depression, then they can launch their CBDCs and their global IDs and all this other shit. They had the whole new system set up. That's what FTX was. FTX was their next system. And this is not my opinion. This is not me saying, well, I think FTX was their new system. No, it was. When you look at the corporate structure of FTX, it was them rolling us into their new system. And thank you, CZ, who basically threw a grenade into that motherfucker. And it wasn't just CZ, it was other people involved also. And that's why they put CZ in jail. See, they couldn't really say what he did. What they said was, well, you allowed people that we don't like to use your platform. So you're under arrest for money laundering or some horse fuck like that. See, money laundering is just you giving money to someone they don't like. That's what money laundering is. It isn't that it's ethically and morally wrong. I mean, it isn't like the CIA grew and sold and created cocaine so they could sell it in the 1980s. That wasn't money laundering. No. That was an operation. Oh, gotcha. So if you guys fucking do it, it's an operation. If we do it, it's money laundering. Gotcha. Well, that whole system's ending. And what they hate is it's ending in a way that they can't recover from. See, BlackRock is not our friend. BlackRock was set in place, and BlackRock was granted by Gary Gensler. Let's remember, Darth Gensler approved the ETF when BlackRock got involved. Why? Did BlackRock have some secret fucking formula that no one else had thought of for an ETF? And then Gary Genser's like, hey, you know what? That looks like a good ETF. No. They are accumulating the financial nuclear weapon, which is Bitcoin. That's all of these people who, and nothing against gold and silver. I own silver. Nothing against gold and silver, but it's not the monetary technology of the future. Right? That's like everything going on with robots and AI and all of this futuristic technology, and then someone saying, you know what we should use? We should use Teddy Ruxpin. That's the future of robots. Remember that the teddy bear that would like kind of talk to you? It had like a cartridge or something in it. How do you distribute gold, provable gold, to all humans in the world? How do you distribute silver to all of the humans in the world? You'd have to use a derivative. With the Bitcoin, there is no derivative of Bitcoin that claims to be Bitcoin and is legitimate. See, we have a futures market on the Bitcoin. Remember 2018? I think it was December 15th, 2018. Whenever the futures market launched and fucking Bitcoin plummeted. The reason that happened is because it was an operation. It was a plan. And yes, Trump was involved with it because it wasn't time yet. It wasn't time to set off the digital monetary nuclear weapon. All of the pieces weren't in place yet. Now they are. And we're going to war, folks. Don't think that we aren't already in war. It's just a digital currency war. It's a digital representation of monetary value exchange war. That's why maybe lately you've heard how XRP is the future, and we've been hearing this for years. And the left, a lot of the people on the left are now thinking about hopping on XRP. Do you know why? Because of Ripple. The same reason I have given since 2017 for why XRP is shit. It isn't the technology. The technology's fine. It's Ripple. That's the Achilles heel. And everyone who's like, yeah, Ripple's going to win. Yeah, you are begging for your own jail cell, you fucktards. I don't like that Bitcoin thing because I missed the boat. Well, you can hop on the XRP boat and it will lead you right to fucking Alcatraz. And you will be one of the wealthiest people in Alcatraz. Good luck with that. See, everyone's worried about, I want to get richer. I want to get richer. No, you don't. What you really want is you want experiences. You don't want money. You want what you think money brings you. You think that money brings you freedom, when in reality, freedom brings you freedom. The reason we're all in the Bitcoin, or at least a lot of us, is the system's corrupt. It was corrupt from the beginning. The world we live in, it isn't for us. We're an annoyance. We're arms and legs that the elites and the corporate leadership just have to deal with. That's what we are. That's how they view us. All of the elites are used to having a wonderful fucking picnic. But these little ants, they keep on crawling on our sandwiches and eating our sandwiches. Them little ants, them sons of bitches, they are consuming our lunch. And there's so many ants, they eat some of our sandwich. The elites are used to having their own picnic, and the virus, the COVID, that was the ant spray. They're like, there's a lot of fucking ants. Hey, break out that COVID shit. Let's kind of spray some of that shit on these unhealthy ants. See if we can't wipe out a few. And if that doesn't get them, let's give them a vaccine. Let's give them a vaccine that will gradually, over the next 5, 6, 7 years, will kill them. It's just going to be a slow death, so we can say it wasn't us. Right? Remember during the pandemic, where if you were in a motorcycle accident, you died of COVID? The reverse is going to happen. You are going to die of COVID, and they're just going to go, you are going to die because of the vaccine, and they're going to say that person died of long COVID. Long COVID is a disease. There's no such thing as long COVID. When you have long COVID, you have an immune issue. It's a disease that your cells are creating. So as we go through this is all timed out with the robots, with AI. You think that in 2023 that just all of a sudden OpenAI is like, oh, look at this. We got this newfangled AI thing. Folks, AI had fucking been around for years. Years. And then all of a sudden, OpenAI, led by the WorldCoin guy. Remember, Sam Altman ran a crypto project called WorldCoin, where you looked into an orb and it would recognize your face and your retina, and you'd earn WorldCoin, letting them know your identity. That's the motherfucker that rolls out AI. So he hopped. Let me get this right. He hopped from cryptos to AI and was like, oh, I'm not doing world quarantine anymore. I got this new thing. Don't worry, it's not a control system. This is all a plan. And all of us need to say, fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you fucking rode in on. We can no longer go along to get along because we're going to go along right off a fucking cliff. Yeah, someone wrote, but Ben, he's a talented guy. I don't get him. So was Hitler. So was Chairman Mao. So was Joseph Stalin. These were all tremendously talented people who killed millions of people. I mean, it's we're living through a point where we have to realize that the other side, they are not trying to win, they're trying to destroy us. They're not trying to, because they don't have to win. We just have to lose. And whatever rubble is left after we're all friggin' destroyed, they'll just rebuild. They'll have robots, they'll have AI, they'll just rebuild. Just like what happened in Europe. That's how the left works. They destroy things. They destroy things so that they can replace things. Remember a few years ago, whenever they were actually taking down all the George Washington statues and all these other American historical people, what were they replacing it with? George Floyd? Karl Marx? We need to come to the realization that the other side, it isn't that they have another opinion. Read Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals, and you'll get it. You'll get it instantly. Saul Alinsky said, you don't have to believe anything. Just go with the opposite of the culture, of the system. You don't have to believe it. Always choose the opposite and you will slowly destroy the culture, the civilization, the country. That's why we have intelligent people who are like, no, of course a man can be a woman. They know it's bullshit, but they also know there's dipshits out there who are already slow or not mentally aware, who will totally buy into it. The left is the most, they don't rely on logic. They rely on lessons. And I don't mean learning. They are told what are the odds? All right, what are the odds that the same people who were all wearing masks are now wearing masks at the riots for ICE? What's the odds that someone who, for whatever reason, agreed with the lockdowns, they agreed with the medical argument for masks. And 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. What's the odds that that person, if they were a free-thinking person, some of my best friends, we don't agree. What's the odds that all of these people are going to agree on the same fucking things over and over again? How is it that transgenders are now against ICE? How is it that gay and lesbian, it's now you gotta be against ICE? Because they don't care about the fucking truth. They just want us to lose. That's it. The island of the misfit toys are no longer an island. They're in America. They're all over America, and some of these fucktards are getting elected. California is the land of the misfit toys, except Orange County. And yet, for some, all right, liars think that everyone's lying. Honest people think everyone's honest. We project ourselves onto other people. It's why the right doesn't riot. They killed Charlie Kirk and then cheered about it. Did you see any riots from the right? No. You know why? Because the right doesn't think rioting is right. We assume, that's why when we see a riot from the left, we don't get it. We're like, well, what the fuck is that? What the hell's who in the fuck's got time to riot? And how is it positive? Because there's a complete difference between a protest and a riot. If you feel if you feel so passionate about whatever the hell you're out there marching against, that it winds up once the sun goes down, that you're like, okay, time to break shit. The reason they do that, the reason that a protest on the left turns into a riot, because they want you to feel consequences for their opinion. The right, the libertarians, the just leave me the fuck alone people, they don't want the left to feel consequences for their opinion. No one on the right gives a shit if you're transgendered. If you want to go have a surgery and chop off your wiener, I guarantee you're not going to have some person on the right blocking a chop off your dick hospital or location. We don't do that. It's because we on the right are just leave us the fuck alone people. And we've been saying that for years. We've been trying to vote for that. No American goes to the election poll and says, I want to vote for higher prices on everything. I want to vote for long drawn out wars. I want to vote for higher food prices. I want to vote for higher gas prices. Nobody does that on the right. I guarantee the majority of people on the right, they look for the leave me the fuck alone party. Which party is going to leave me the fuck alone? That's the party we need. We need the leave me the fuck alone party. See, our problem is the government. See, we look out at America and we think the government had something to do with creating America. No. America has survived despite having a government, not because we have a government. People are going to build with or without government. Now, the government just makes it harder. All right? Let me explain it like this. As long as you have a government, the government will try to govern. You hired me as a lawmaker, so I'm going to make laws. Well, what happens when you don't need any more laws? You think the lawmaker is going to go, you know what? No longer needed here. I'm good. You're good. We're good. No more laws. I guarantee there has never been a psychiatrist who has told anybody you're cured. You're good. You don't need my services anymore. No. I guarantee no one's ever heard those words from a psychiatrist or a psychologist. You're good. You are now fixed. No. Because, number one, the majority of the time you're not really broken forever. You're just temporarily upset. But then you go to a psychiatrist and your psychiatrist reinforces your fucking delusion. My God, you do have issues. Let's medicate you. You're so fucked up, we need something from the outside for you to ingest so that your insides feel better. It's all an illusion. Yeah, great point. I've always said that. Why is it that every psychiatrist has a fucking psychiatrist? Does your auto mechanic have an auto mechanic? Does your HVAC guy have an HVAC guy? No. It's just we think that other people are different than us. No. Not fundamentally, but other people are lazier than us. Other people, they don't have the, number one, they don't love themselves. All right? We've all seen the pink-haired woman who weighs about 350 with a nose ring and a bunch of tattoos on her neck. Ugly people make themselves uglier so it looks like it's on purpose. It's all mental. It's all their own image of they hate us because they hate themselves. That's the real down and dirty, deep seat of all this. Seed of all people who want to control other people hate themselves. And they don't want to control people to lift the other people up. No, they want to control people so they feel like they are being lifted up. It's why every liberal, every progressive is like, we're going to help the homeless, and then the homeless problem gets worse because they're not there to help. They're not there to help and solve homelessness. They're there to say they're helping the homelessness at all of the dinner parties. And when they're at a protest, they're like, I'm pro helping homeless. And they hold up some virtue signaling sign that says, I loved trans people. Well, okay. I don't think there's a whole lot of people that hate trans people. I think there's a lot of people who feel sorry for people who are trans. I mean, and this is provably a mental issue. Notice I did not say mental illness. This is not an illness. All right? This whole woke mind virus, don't say that. It's not a virus. It's stupid people. It's stupid, selfish, self-hating people. They're not mentally ill. They're mentally stupid. Stupidity is not an illness. It's a state of mind. There's a reason. Like I said earlier, there's a reason that we're at war, because we've reached a point in our country and in the world where the people on the left realize the internet and all of the information that's available out there shows that they're stupid. And they have to lie to themselves and say, well, we have to shut down X. Why? Because they're saying stuff. Well, what are they saying? It doesn't matter. They're saying stuff that hurts people's feelings. Let's address that. No. The reason that they want to squash your free speech is not because you're saying things that hurt their feelings. You're saying things that prove them wrong, which makes them feel bad. That's where we're at. It isn't that you've hurt their feelings or they're offended. You're proving them wrong and they're pissed off about it. Because you're breaking their paradigm. And that their paradigm is what I think is right. Well, that's what we on the right say, what we think is right. The difference is the people on the right don't give a fuck if the people on the left agree with them. Just leave us alone. The people on the left, they can't just be transgendered. They have to be a transgendered activist. Like someone's out there shooting fucking, like there's a hunting season for transgenders. Like they're dressed up in pink fucking camouflage, out there running through the fucking bushes trying to get to work before one of the transgendered hunters get them. These are stupid people. I mean, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. Brother, Brad Pitt, dude, you were in Fight Club. You have 3 transgendered children that have only been transgendered for the last 3 years. And they all went transgendered at once. Brother, check your fucking underwear and see if your balls are still there. You need to go and have a chit-chat with Angelina Jolie and slap the fuck clean out of her if she's gonna fuck your kids up. And if you're actually doing it too, then your dad, your mom needs to slap the fuck out of you. Because it's obviously, it's all bullshit. When you have 3 children and they all turn transgender in the same year, and you're like, no, this is what they were born. They were born transgender. They just all happened to align this year. The fuck? That's, you don't argue with someone like that. You look at them and go, oh, you're stupid. Gotcha. Fuck, why didn't you just fuck? Stupid people should wear a stupid button. Thank God for fucking colored hair. Colored hair is like a warning signal. As soon as you see colored hair, you know who you're talking to. Or one of the hoops in their nose. And if you see a hoop in their nose and fucking colored hair, you got full retard. Give her your McDonald's order and just keep stepping, folks. Because you're dealing with fucking full retard. This is what we're going. We are going through the dying stage of the retard revolution. That's what the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years have been. Trump triggered the retard revolution, and we've been living through it for the last 6 years. We're just now coming out of the retard revolution. And it's a revolution that was generated by the elites. And I just went full off fucking course. Sorry, Sherpa, I know you set up this clip, and I was going to talk about AI and show you a few clips and shit like that. Sorry, Sherpa. But this retard revolution was led by the elites. Right? The elites aren't retarded, but they're the cheerleaders for the retards. They're the elites, the central banks, the government, the bureaucracies, the United Nations. All of these globalists are just the cheerleaders for the retards so that they accumulate enough retards. Because the elites know a lot of the human population are fucking retards, especially since they have been poisoning us. They've been giving us shots. We get like 100, or we were actually receiving like 96 vaccines the day we were born. I mean, they were shooting up kids, babies with like 90-something vaccines when they were born. Folks, that's like buying a brand new car and then taking it to the shop for repairs. Well, this brand new car, we got to vaccinate it for all these car part issues that may or may not happen. I mean, you don't purchase a new car and then go and purchase new tires just in case that your car gets a flat. The retard revolution is coming to an end. And this is the dying phase of the retard revolution. And watch out, because like a drowning person, the retards will try to reach out and grab you. That's what this whole ICE protest shit. The retards are going down. The Somalis up in Minnesota, and that's just the beginning of that shit. That shit's going to be fucking fun to watch. Retards and the criminals who use the retards are going down. Right? This is what we got, folks, and you're going to laugh your ass off when I say this. It's the elites are the elites are driving the small school bus with all of the retards in the little bus heading over to rob the bank. And the elites are the getaway drivers. They aren't the ones in there robbing the bank. They send in the retards and just say, bring us back the money. Okay, can I lick a window when I get back? Of course you can, little Johnny. And your trans sister. Make sure that you take your trans sister with you in order to go rob the bank. I'll be waiting out here. We'll go get ice cream afterwards. Rainbow sherbet. We have to accept that this is just how we have to let this retard thing play out. It's just, we can't help them anymore. They've gone full retard. And like the movie says, you never go full retard. That always ends bad. But we have like 30% of the country who are window-licking retards. And they're proud to be window-licking retards. Right? Luckily, some of the youth are looking at the world and going, this is fucking retarded. And we're having a youth revolution inside of this retard revolution. And a lot of the youth are going, yeah, this is just retarded. Yeah, we don't want nothing to do with that. That's just stupid. But there's also youth that are retarded. Luckily, there's less retarded youth than there are, hopefully, common sense youth. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't even run an ad or nothing. I'm sorry, guys. Here, Patrick and I, we will actually talk about AI and the pros and the cons of AI on tomorrow's show, because Pat is really looking in like AI and AI usage because of our laptops and all that. But everyone, have a great day. And just remember, we just got to make it through the end of the retard revolution and stay away from the retards. Just stay away from them. If you see colored hair and a nose hoop or whatever the fuck that thing is, just stay away. Because that's them advertising they're retarded. Take their word for it. They're retarded. Okay, everyone, have a great day. I love you guys. And, if you're interested in getting some Bitcoin, non-KYC, give us a call. All right? And we have a Here, let's make this simple. Give us a call or send us a text, 941-413-8080. And just ask, how can you get me some more Bitcoin? How can you get me some more Bitcoin confidentially? As Jay likes me to say, confidentially. I love you guys. And have no fear. Have no fear. Guys, we're up against retards. We just got to show them some bright lights for a while. That will distract them. Or if you really want to distract them and you really want to collect them all up in one place, wherever there's a riot, just bring a mobile Starbucks. That will occupy them for hours. Okay, everyone, have a great day. I love you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.